So, hey everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. Look who's in the house right next to me. The Silva Lining Band with Diego's in the house. I appreciate it. We're to get with him and have a great show today. And thanks for stopping by. But first of all, I got to say thank you to each and every one of you. Check out the No Cover TV podcast. All the audio shows are on Spotify are now on YouTube. And of course, all these great video shows that we do are on YouTube and they're live. So post your comments to these artists. We'll put it up. They will answer for you. Oh, yeah, you just never know. You never know. And doing it like this video is like back in the TV days when we were on TV. Anything goes because I don't edit. You just don't know, people. You just don't know. You don't. So anyways, remember, what am I going to say next, people? You know what I'm going to say next. My three favorite words. Support, 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 support these artists. Go to their shows, pay a cover charges. There is one. Get to their swag table. Get a CD, an album, a t-shirt, a hoodie, a keychain, a coffee mug, bumper stickers. Oh my, it goes on. Then get out to that stage. Enjoy yourself. Have a great time. And if you can, stick around and meet these wonderful artists. These artists are going right to the top. So you want to meet them and try to get an autograph. That's real cool. You can get an autograph. And you remember, these artists love doing what they're doing. Put a smile on your face. Your smile returns, kicks it right back to them and puts a big old grin and smile on the artist's face. Oh, yeah. Music makes the world go around. It's a great thing. In the house today, Silva Lining Band. Diego, how you doing, brother?
All good, Mal. Thank you so much for having us on your show. Really
appreciate it. Now, you're across the pond. You're over in England, aren't you?
Well, we're actually based in Lisbon, in Portugal.
Lisbon. Oh, Portugal. You're in Portugal.
Yeah, we're what we say, like the Silva Lining Band. Silva spelled with an A is because of our last name.
Right.
We're a family that's from Portugal, but with a lot of roots also in England. Because my father moved there when he was young. I was born in London. So we have this kind of mix. So we have a lot of different. We get the two styles from the Portuguese music and from the English singing. We sing in the English language. So, for example, one of our songs. Sorry to interrupt. One of our songs is actually called Lisboa. It's an ode to our capital city and where we live. We have a sort of swing jazz sort of feel, and then we added a Portuguese guitar. Although we sing in English, so it has that kind of mix of the two cultures, which is exactly what we wanted, yeah.
And you did that mix excellent because I've been listening to a lot of your music and I can't stop listening because I grew up with all that music, okay? And everybody out there, don't leave us and don't go check out the music just yet, all right? Because we're going to get a live song. Go here. Okay, so hold on. But what I'm hearing is beautiful contemporary big band music that's pop, jazz, funk, swing. You've got it all mixed in there, brother. Oh, my.
Yeah, that was always kind of the objective. I always wanted a big band feel, like 10 to 12 people on stage, stuff like that, and have all the instruments. And that's one of the things we like is we write sort of like, I would say, quote unquote, sort of more commercial music. So we have the nice singing part, but then we add in a lot of the instrumentation of the musicians, let them express themselves, have some nice solos and all that sort of stuff. So we try to join the two together to try and make this sort of fun, sort of let loose, enjoy yourself sort of music. That's kind of the idea.
And it is a lot of fun. You're having a lot of fun with what you're doing, and that's a great thing. All right, before we get ahead of ourselves, everybody knows on the show what I got to do is I want to jump in your head, Diego. We're going to go in the past because this started somewhere, so I want to find out how and where and when, okay?
Sure, go ahead. I can explain, yeah. So my father, he's also in the band. So it's three of us of band members. It's myself, my sister, and my father. And my father, when he was 10, he moved to London. And about the age of 14, more or less, he got into music and he's a percussionist. And he actually did quite well as a session artist in London. He played with a lot of names, a lot of percussion. So that he played drums as well, but congas, bongos, timbales, all that sort of setup. And then when I was born in London, as I said, and then when we moved back to Portugal around 6, he moved more to the education side. But music has always been part of me. He taught me all the instruments, from piano to bass to percussion to drum.
Whoa!
I don't play them well. I only play guitar sort of well. But it's been a part of what I've done. And then me and my sister, we write a lot of songs together. And then the pandemic hits. And I think everyone kind of started thinking about their lives and like, what do I want to do with it? Man?
Right.
And that happened with us as well. And we thought, man, we have to put our music out there. Let's really try. So we found some really good producer. His name's João Sanguinheira and the pianist Rui Barreto, two people that really helped us out. Found us all the musicians, the studio, and everything kind of came together. And then we were like, let's do it. Let's start releasing music. So we started doing it at the end of 2023. So it's only been a year and a bit. And
Okay.
I think we've done quite well. We've been doing all right.
You're doing very well. You can give yourself a big pat on the back, my friend. You're kicking ass. But I want to go back still. Okay, Dad was a musician and stuff. Okay, now is it just you and your sister, or do you have more siblings?
We have more siblings, but they don't really play instruments. So
They don't play
they'll
instruments.
be in the band as well. They'll play.
Right on, right on. But what age did Dad start you with an instrument and singing? Was it like 5 to 10 years old he start you? When did that start?
That's a good question. Around probably like 6, 7, I showed an interest,
Okay,
and
okay.
my dad was like, "Oh, cool. So what do you want to play?" Right, and by that point, he had sort of taught me a few instruments like piano, percussion, because he can play all the instruments as well. Again, his instrument's percussion, but he can play the other ones as well. And I just wanted to start a band. So actually, when we were quite young, me and another few friends of ours, we actually started like a kids band. We used to write our own material. It was a lot written by me and the guitarist. And yeah, that was a lot of fun as well. With the band, it was called Evolution because we were children. And we were like 6, we were like 8 when we started that band. And we were kids.
8.
8, yeah, it was crazy. And then we had some fun with that, but that obviously fizzled out as you'd expect.
Right.
But yeah, it's like I said, it's always been a part of just in the family. I mean, like if you ever come, and you're more than welcome to join now if you're ever in Portugal. So we have a very big family. My father has 12 siblings. So yeah,
sounds like my mother's family, 8 siblings.
It's a huge family. So when we get together, music's always been a part of it. We always play and.
Well, good. I will probably be in Portugal in 2027, so we'll hook up.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me a call, send me a text, and I'll show you around. Yeah, for sure.
We will, and we'll have a big feast. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And some meat. Yes, my friend.
Barbecue and then just play music. That's what we do.
That's right. I'll bring my guitar. That'll be great. Okay, so he's starting you young. Now, did he start your sister young too, or was that something she just did on her own?
My sister was always, Katerina, always was interested in singing, always, and performing. And she has a degree in performance arts, I think, or something like that. I don't know exactly. She would have to be, she would tell you better. But, yeah, she's always been like that. I mean, on stage, I tend to be a bit shy. She's amazing. She just goes, talks to everyone and stuff. She's quite good at it. So that ends up working quite well as well.
I don't believe you're shy, honestly. I don't.
I mean, you have to see it's life. She's better at it than me. That's what I mean.
Better at it, right? That's great. She steps forward, you step back, and you let her deal with
I
it.
have an excuse. I need to tune the guitar, so I
There
always
you
get.
go. That's always a great excuse. It's out of tune.
Yeah.
Change the string. Oh, I love it. Okay, so you started a band at 8. It lasted a little bit. You had some fun with that. But what music were you listening to on the radio, records, or cassettes? What were you listening to?
When I was quite young, when I was like right at the beginning, oh man, what I used to listen to all the time was Jimi Hendrix,
Oh,
nonstop, always listening to Jimi Hendrix, and Santana was a big one as well. I mean, there's a few of our songs that are like Santana inspired.
yeah, I agree.
And my dad got into music because of Santana. He heard a record from his sister in his sister's room. He heard a record playing, and, he was like, and it was Santana. And then he was like, "I want to. What's the guy doing on the?
Right, hey, well, that sounds great.
How do I do that?" And that's how he. So Santana, Jimi Hendrix is a big one. And then as I got a bit older, another band is also my sister really likes, and I got probably around 16. I started listening to a lot of Dave Matthews Band as well, which is a big influence on us as well. I really like the way he writes songs and then gives loads of space to the musicians to express in solo. And we try to do that as well. I kind of inspired by him in that aspect. Those are some bands, and then also just funk, man. Tower of Power, Jamiroquai. I like.
Oh yeah.
I like all that stuff. That's for me. Oh, Johnny Guitar Watson is one of my favorites.
Real, that's great, Johnny. Oh man, when I was listening to a lot of the songs, what hit me right first band that hit me off bat was Steely Dan.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh, I love Steely Dan. Steely Dan.
Steely Dan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Right.
And you were able to. Now, did you think of this when you were young, before 18, that, hey, I want to put a band together, something big, something powerful that really can knock it out of the ballpark?
Well,
Or did you know at that time?
when I was 18, I got into university to study economics here in Lisbon.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I actually have a career in finance. So music is not my breadwinner. Yeah, not yet at least.
Right.
And even when I was 18, I had like a rock band, and we used to do like a trio sort of thing. And I was on
Cool.
electric guitar, and I was kind of faking my way through it because I was nowhere near good enough. But that was a lot of fun, and I did that for when I was doing my degree.
Okay.
And the band was called Stand Back. It's actually the drummer that was in that band is in the band now with us. He's a good friend of mine from back in the day in the Silva.
Back.
And
Stand.
no, I never. You know what? This sort of concept. I never. One thing that's never stopped since I was about 8 is I always write songs. I think
Okay.
that personally, in terms of singing and playing guitar, I'd say quite average. But in terms of writing songs, I think I'm quite good at it. I think I have a gift for that because
You
I write a lot of songs. I mean, we've released what 20 songs. I have at least another 60 on my computer ready to go. I'm always knocking them out. It's very easy for me. I don't know why. I just find it easy and I like doing it. And my sister
that,
does that as well. So that
that's
stopped. And then I was when we were like, especially during the pandemic, we were thinking about it. The three of us, my dad, my sister, and I. And it was like, so how should we do it? And that's when this sort of idea took shape. Let's do a big band. Okay, it's harder to sell for concerts because it's obviously a lot of people.
true.
But let's stay true to what we want. That's what we want. We want a big band. That's the one thing. What type of style? Let's do jazz, rock. Let's just do what we like to play. Let's do the jazz. Let's do the rock. It's kind of everywhere. It's not really like one thing. We try to set
Right.
an open idea, just doing as much as possible. Things that we like to do. That's the main thing.
Okay.
Uh,
Wow.
yeah.
Now, let me ask you this. There's 12 members in the band?
So that's correct. In the first record, there's 12 musicians playing. That's correct.
Huh.
From what we just did a gig very recently in mid December at a very iconic place in Lisbon. It's called Cinema São Jorge. It's one of the big venues here. It was 800 seats. So I mean,
Oh,
for an independent band doing everything by
good.
themselves, and we
That's
all
real.
basically filled the place, which was pretty cool.
That
Um,
is
yeah, we put 10 musicians on stage. That's how
10
many.
musicians.
So that's kind of where we are now. We want to take 10 musicians, let's say. Obviously, us three plus seven.
Okay.
That's seven.
What my question here is, are you writing a score for everybody?
That's a good question. No, actually, the musical director is the bassist. His name's
Okay.
yeah. He's is also the producer. Of
Okay.
it. And we co-produced all the songs and the albums and stuff. He's a musical director, so he kind of does the score, and the saxophonist Elman Coelho, which is another very good musician in Portugal. He does the score for the brass people, the brass part.
Now, when you put your lyrics down, do you have a melody in your head to go with it, or you just come up with lyrics, then grab the guitar and do something, or piano or whatever? What do you do?
That's also a very interesting question because for me, I pick up the guitar, I start playing some chords, and a melody comes out.
There you go.
No idea what the lyrics are going to be.
Right.
I do the song, I kind of start putting lyrics in. And then once I've got the song structured from, like verse or whatever it is, verse, chorus, pre chorus, even maybe a bridge, whatever, it makes sense. Then I think, okay, what's this song about? And then I write the lyrics.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, my sister works the other way around. She goes, no, I have to write the lyrics, then I'll figure out the melody, which
Okay.
to me, it's weird. For me, it's like the wrong way around, but I mean,
Right.
everyone works the way that's best for them, I suppose.
Right. And me and you,
Melody, then lyrics. Lyrics is the
there you
best.
go. I work the same way. I'll just find the chords, and once I find something that comes together, I'll
Yeah.
come up with a name for the song, and then I just throw it over to the singer and the other guys and let them put the rest together.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So I'm not a lyricist. I'm not a singer. So no. That's great. That's great. Okay. So we have family and friends in the band.
That's
All
exactly,
these people you've known for quite some time.
pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
And we've got an eclectic group of people from England. Your heritage of being Portuguese,
That's correct.
which is incredible. And your sister's vocals is amazing.
Yeah, she's great. She's super
Mm,
talented. She is. Yeah, I mean,
amazing. Okay.
it's just unfortunate that I'm currently moving house, which is why it's just me. Because normally it's the three of us in the interview. You'd,
Okay.
you'd be able to hear them as well, but this time we couldn't make it.
All right.
Yeah, she's an amazing singer. She's great,
She
and
is. She.
she's very very good. And she's great with coming up with melodies as well and lyrics. She's really good. She's definitely it's the two of us. The two of us. It's a symbiotic relationship for writing songs. It needs
Sure.
both of us. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now, before we get any farther, please tell everybody out podcast land the platforms they can find your music, you, where you're playing, all that good stuff.
Where they can find us. So obviously, Silver Lining Band. We're on all the streaming services: Spotify, YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. On social media, we're silverlining_band. We have our website, silverliningband.com. You can find out about gigs. We have merchandise there as well, and all our songs, everything. You can find us all over the place. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We've done a few stuff, but I mean, obviously, your audience, I'm assuming, is more American because we've been on TV on stuff, but it's mostly in Portugal, so it's harder for
Well,
American audience to find. So yeah.
well, actually, we're in 38 countries, so it's just not America, my friend.
Oh, yeah. No, very cool, very cool. Yeah. No, yeah. Well, then in Portugal, we on occasion we're on national TV on
Well, good. Well,
European
that's
and
great.
on
I will.
radio as well. It's cool.
Well, I will do everything in my power on my end to get you and your music and your story everywhere around this globe.
Thank you.
You,
Appreciate
my
it. Yeah,
friend,
that's great.
definitely. Now, looking through the songs and stuff, how many singles do we have out, and how many EPs do we have out?
Okay, so we have singles. We have now five.
Five.
Since we started releasing, we have one album, 12
Sure.
songs. We have a live album.
Oh yeah,
Because we
yeah.
did our first gig, we recorded it and we filmed it. It's called Live at Parque Meyer, another very iconic place in Lisbon to play.
Yeah.
So, and we have that album released. And what we're basically going to do is every 4 to 6 weeks, we're going to release a new single. So every 4 to 6 weeks, we release a single. That's what we're doing. Yeah, it's sort of a different approach to the traditional back in the day of releasing albums after albums.
Right, release. Yeah, that's kind of in the past a little bit there.
It's-
Singles
yeah,
are the way to go now.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Well, let me just throw this at you real quick. What do you think about back then, 20, 30, 40 years ago to now, how we used to do things? Back then, we had to pop a trunk, pass out cassettes, hang up flyers on telephone poles. Now we just tap a couple buttons on the computer, our music's everywhere. What do you think of that?
Honestly, I think if you're an independent musician, there's no better time to be an independent musician because very easily, not only there's kind of been a democratization with music, so it's much easier to record and to release. If you think about 20, 30 years ago, without a record label, how are you studio time, right?
Oh,
It's insanely expensive. How are you then going to release? How did you get to people? It was much harder. I think for independent, which we are, I think there's no better time to be a musician. I really
I
don't.
agree. I
You can
agree.
make music easily and you can release it easy. Now, obviously, that means there's more competition, but that just means you have to be better. That's all.
That's right. You got to be better. You got to put your A
Oh,
game on in this business.
in better, I don't mean with better. I mean interesting. That's what I mean.
Right. Yeah. You got to have I won't say a gimmick, but you got to have your own style.
Exactly. That's it. Your own style. Thank you. That's perfect.
Definitely. Don't be copying anybody unless you're a tribute band.
Exactly. Absolutely. Agree.
Yeah, maybe we can get Diego to put some spandex on. Oh, I don't think that'd work, would it?
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't
won't
look
work.
good. Not at all.
Not at all. That's great. Now, let me ask you recording. What studio are you using?
So we go to. It's called Pra Música. It's in Portuguese. It means for music.
Okay.
It's in Alverca, which is just on the outskirts of Lisbon. It's the producer I was mentioning before, João Sanguinheira, which
Sure.
good luck trying to pronounce that name. Even for me, it's a bit difficult. And yeah, it's his studio, it's his material and all that, and we just go there and we knock everything out pretty quick. And it's just
Yeah.
getting everyone's schedule because they're basically everyone in the band, bar us three, and the drummer are professional musicians. That's all they do. So they play with a lot of people in Portugal. So it's just a question of getting everyone's schedule together to go in and just knock out some of the singles. That's it.
Woo! Wow. You like being in the studio, or you rather be on the stage?
Another good question. I prefer to be in the studio. My sister prefers to be on stage. I don't know,
Really?
studio work. I always find that if you're in the studio, make a mistake, no big deal. Just record it again. Recording. If you're on stage, you make a mistake. That's it. You can't. There's nothing you can do. You just keep going. But it's funny. My sister feels the opposite way. She
She
finds it
feels the opposite. Well,
she much prefers to be on stage. With the studio, she gets more nervous. It's quite funny.
she's okay, so it's kind of the opposite there.
Yeah, for me, it's the other way around. I get nervous on stage, not so much.
Nervous on stage. Okay, that's great. Now, are you playing out a lot right now?
So, do you mean in terms of gigs?
Yeah.
In terms of at the moment, we like I said, we just did one now in mid December, and I know we just a couple 2 or 3 months ago we got an agent, so which is pretty good, and now they're looking for gigs for us. So we hope to have a few more in the spring and in the summer as well. Nothing yet definitive, but they have some leads they're working on.
Okay. Now, the shows that you played, of course, the one was in the big theater, 800 people or more, and the other ones were maybe a little less or more people.
We did the gig that we recorded. The one that's even on our YouTube channel is called Live at Park Mary. You can watch the whole gig. It's a taster. It's about you did cool. Yeah, it's 6 songs. We had a lot of fun doing that. That was the other one. That was a 500 seat, and we basically filled that as well. So it's been a modest growth in terms of gigs. We haven't done many, but every time we do, we seem to be able to fill it up, which is pretty interesting. That's the good thing.
Have you played for smaller crowds, say a crowd less than 100 people?
No, not yet. We've
No?
only really done two. I would consider two proper gigs in about a year. So there hasn't been anything where we played to a smaller venue. There's nothing stopping us playing in a smaller venue. It just hasn't come up yet. That's all.
Because that's kind of odd that, and I mean, this is a great thing to be offered bigger gigs without starting with the smaller gigs first. So you just jumped the fence and went right to the big time.
I think we're also quite lucky because I didn't really explain this, but some of the musicians we work with, they're some of the top session artists in our country, Portugal. So because of that, we kind of jump maybe a few steps ahead because he's in it and that
right on.
These old guys no one knows us, right? Me and my sister, my dad.
Nobody knows you.
Everyone else they do, and they're like, that's surprising. So I think because of that kind of opens doors we're not expecting.
That is great. Hey, everybody, let's see if we can get Tiago here to play a song. Do you think we can get a song out of you right now?
Yeah, man, of course, absolutely.
Let's do it. They're going to love it out there. They always love it when the artist performs. So we're going to get Tiago from Silva Lining Band to perform.
Can you hear me on the guitar?
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
Got me spinning around with my head in the clouds. Yes, I do want you here all night. Keep me warm till the sunrise. Don't leave me early in the morning. I can keep you satisfied. Let's travel the world together. We can leave here right now. I'm feeling more than haste, but I cannot let waste this time I have with you. All of my days in the same way, so I'll take it slowly. Da, 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 da. It's been a few weeks. You don't answer my calls. Was it something I said? Could it be so simple? I really thought we had something, but it seems like nothing at all. I wanted you in my life. The world was ours to share. I feel we moved in haste, but I cannot let waste this time I have with you. another, pray for another. I won't forget, but I wait for another. I feel moved in haste, but I cannot let waste this time I have with you. All of my days in the same way, so I'll take it slowly. I feel moved in haste, but I cannot let waste this time I have with you. All of my days in the same way, so I'll take it slowly. Da, 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 da.
Oh, yes. Yes, Diego Silver Lining Band. Wow. Woo, that was beautiful, brother.
Thanks,
That
thanks. I appreciate it.
was incredible. Wow.
In haste.
Is there any possibility you guys getting on the road doing a little traveling? You a tour or something?
Oh man, we would love to. At the moment, I don't think there's anything on the cards, but I know the agency, which again is quite recent for us. It's been like 2 or 3 months. Um, they are looking for any opportunity so we can play. That's the idea. Yeah.
Good. That's great. Now, what agency are you using? Let's give them a shout out.
Oh, for sure. It's called Legend. It's a Portuguese agency, and yeah, they have a lot of sort of Portuguese artists, but and they try and obviously their focus is mainly Portugal, but there's nothing stopping them. They look everywhere as well.
Sweet, good deal. Because I want to see you here in the States. I mean, you will blow this country away.
We would absolutely love
Okay, I got some. Now we're going to get to some fun questions. Okay.
go for it, man.
Oh yeah, who knows what's going to happen now? Here we go. Everybody knows this is where I put the artist on the spot. Here we go. All right. First question. You're going to get two answers for this one, and this is these are people. A person alive, a person that has passed away. Who have you always wanted to get on stage and perform with, whether you're young or at this age? Who would you really in your heart want to perform with?
Santana. I'd love that. Jesus. I'll play my song and he can solo for 12 minutes.
Right, there you go.
That would be unbelievable.
I
Yeah.
love that one.
And someone who's passed away, geez, I'd have to go either Jimi Hendrix or Stevie Ray Vaughan. It's like a coin flip. It's a coin flip between one or the other. Yeah, I mean, Jesus. Either one. Let's toss a coin. I really like Stevie Ray Vaughan as well. Someone.
Yeah. I miss them both. Very bad, very bad.
Both of them, yeah.
Okay, this one, two answers. And I think around the world here, what two stages anywhere in the world you would like to perform on with the band?
Oh man, Madison Square Garden, the O2 in London. Yeah, cheers.
There you go. That's an easy pick.
The bigger ones, as big as possible. And the more people I can see, the more fun it has to be, isn't it?
Exactly. The more fun, the bigger the crowd. Exactly. I love that. All right. Let's see where else I want to go with you. Should we do that? I'll save that one.
Yeah, right.
Now, this answer, now you told me a little bit. Well, you didn't tell me about this question here. But you said that Sister is more comfortable on stage. You're not so much.
Yeah, I mean, it's I'm still learning. I don't. I think comparably, yes, you're absolutely right. It's not like I'm on stage and shivering, but you know what I mean?
Right, you're right. Now,
I just think she's better. That's my opinion.
You're handling it. Okay. Do you have any pre-show rituals or things you need to do before you get on stage?
Go to the toilet. That's the best. Yeah. Just before you go on, because you need to go on halfway through, and it's an hour and a half set.
I'll be back. That's what wireless guitars are good for.
Yeah.
That's great. I like that.
Yeah. That's it. I like to just hang around with the musicians. We usually have a bit of a laugh, joke around before we go on. It's always a very, very relaxed, laid back environment, and that's the way I like it. I want to keep it that way.
Good. Now, this I want to hear the answer on this. When you were playing the big show for the 800 people and more, and you were performing, sometimes it's hard to see the audience because you got so many lights on you. But when you looked out there and you were performing, and people were grooving to the music, dancing, doing their thing out there, when you see that, how does it kick back to you in your heart and make you feel?
Oh, that's the most amazing thing. I mean, it's that it's just people enjoy the music you write. Is so rewarding. I mean, on stage is when you can see it the most, like you say, when people are there clapping their hands, jumping up and down, and having a great time. That's the best. But I mean, even like it's funny. I was with the drummer yesterday. We were rehearsing some of the next singles coming out, and I was showing him some of the analytics because he's a bit out of it. He doesn't know. And for example, I was showing him on YouTube. We get about 50,000 views a month, and he went, 50,000 people listen to music we write. And I was like, yeah, a month.
A month.
I know that's mind-boggling. Like something I wrote, and people connect and listen and share, and
Right.
it's surreal almost. It's strange, yeah. Because some of these songs I wrote when I was 18 and stuff, and it's
Oh, really?
yeah, and it's strange to be like 10, 15 years later, and people are just really like the songs. I mean, we wrote them, we never released them. We only released them recently, but some of the songs are real to a long time ago.
Well, and I feel your songs are timeless. I mean, you can't say it's an older style or a newer style. It's your style, and I think it will continue throughout the ages being fresh.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge compliment. I hope so. I hope you're
Most
right.
definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, it's just it's fun. That's all I can say. It's so much fun to see people vibing to the music, enjoying it, and
Right.
it's nothing
Yeah.
like
I listened to the songs and stuff, and now the new one out, what is it, Aching?
aching now. That's correct. Yeah, yeah. That's kind
No.
of a departure of what we've been doing. That was a bit of just that. There we go. That's a bit of having fun. Let's try something completely different. And that was,
Right. Right.
yeah.
But now when I listened to Lisboa,
Yes,
that was great. That brought what? Roaring 20s, generally jazz back. I'm
absolutely.
feeling it. I'm feeling it, man. And the video, killer. That was
Yeah,
great.
that was well. That song, that was one of the songs I wrote when I was 18. I was listening to Django Reinhardt. I don't know if you know this, the guitarist from Gypsy Jazz from Paris. I couldn't stop listening to him, and that was when I was studying in Lisbon, and I used to go through a place called Bairro Alto, which means like the high neighborhood, tall neighborhood. Whatever. A very iconic part of Lisbon, and I used to go there during the day, and something made me. I was like, let me incorporate that style for this and talk about Lisboa. So we did that sort of swing jazz.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And I thought my sister would sound better on this. And then she came in, she wrote some of the lyrics, some of the melodies. And I actually, it was my father that said, you should add Portuguese guitar to this. And I was like,
Oh, yeah. That's
and that
it.
idea has been stuck in this jar that we just like opened in like
You let it roll.
later. Because that idea was always there. And then when we did it, and it was like, man, it just hit. The video clip, I have to give a huge shout out to Pedro Salvado, which was or is his nickname Biris, which was the director, and he did everything, to be honest.
Oh, bravo.
And
Bravo.
the lights was another gentleman, João. He did a great job as well. And the two of them, he came up with the storyboard. I input a bit. It was a lot of him though, and that was great. That was a really good place as well. That was
I just love that. Completely love that. And also let yourself be free. I love that. It's like a party song, kind of calypso style.
yeah, yes, it is. Yeah, that's that was written during just after the pandemic, and as let yourself be free. It's like, Jesus, we're out, so we can do stuff. Let's have some fun. Let's join
Right on.
friends and family, and let's have a party. So, and basically, that's what we did. We just invited all our friends, some of the musicians that managed to come, and we filmed it, and we had a party. That was
That's cool. That's real. That's real
there was
cool.
no storyboard. That was just let's do silly things all the way through.
That's great.
That's
We got,
what-
we got a little time. Is it possible to get one more tune out of you?
yeah, of course. Yeah, no problem.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Thank you. There you go. Silver lining. This is great stuff. Don't turn the channel.
Just make sure it's a bit more in tune.
All right. Always got to tune out guitars. Guitars player, you know it.
Oh, no, it's a bit better. It was the E string. That was a bit of.
Oh,
So,
gee.
yeah, I'll play you let yourself be free. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you feel. I'll give it to you. I lost track of time, staring in your eyes. Give me all your love. I swear I'll do the same. Pressure's rising, I'm holding you. You got me just where you want me. Don't hold back, lean into me. Open up and just let yourself be free. Oh, you're dancing and swaying around me. It's getting too hot, but please don't stop. Come a little bit closer and whisper in my ear. Oh yeah, you are all I want. I pray this never ends. Pressure's rising, I'm holding you. You got me just where you want me. Don't hold back, lean into me. Open up and just let yourself be free. Pressure's rising, I'm holding you. You got me just where you want me. Don't hold back, lean into me. Open up and just let yourself be free. 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 I have to imagine it fading out. Let yourself be free. 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 Let yourself be free.
Oh, bravo, Diego. Thank you so much, brother. Oh, man. Amazing music, my friend. Amazing music. All right, we got a few more questions we can get in before we get here. But for one thing I want to point out is this right here. I don't know if you've ever heard of them. ISSA.
No. Sorry.
International Singer. Yeah. International Singer Songwriters Association.
Okay, cool. No, I'd never heard of it actually, no.
I want you to go to their website. Now is the time, it's free, that you can put yourself in different categories, add your music, your website. It's just an application. It's free. Submit it. Okay. Join for free. Then go to the application, submit it. Brother, I can see an award coming your way within a year or two. Oh, yeah. So do it, my friend. Please do it, because
I'll look into it. Thanks so much for that advice. That was really nice.
A lot of great musicians. I've interviewed probably all of them, but they're great people, and you can collaborate and join forces with others to get your music out there.
That's a really good idea. Yeah, absolutely. I'll look into that. Thanks for that.
Okay, good deal, Diego. All right, this one question I want to ask. We got three more. This is all right. Let's hit you with this one. All the years that you've played with the Silva Lining Band and other things you did throughout your life playing music. Think deep. Any embarrassing moments on stage that you can think about?
Well, yeah, the best one I could think of was, an embarrassing thing is my song as well. I completely forgot the lyrics. And I remember, and it was like a blues rock sort of thing, and it like completely escaped my mind. And I saw this like a young lady looking at me, and I think I said something like, "Hey, I can see you looking at me." I can't remember the song now, which one it was, but I remember using her looking at me as it were the lyrics.
Oh, there you go. Just play off the audience.
Oh, wow, that was funny, and that was a bit embarrassing because I could see like the bassist going, "What the hell's going on? That's not the lyrics."
Right, right. That's not part of the song.
I think
Oh,
that's a funny one. I always remember that one.
good, good. That's great. All right. Let's go 5 years from now. Where do you see the future for the band? Where do you want to be in 5 years with the music?
Oh, I I mean, what I'd love to do is play festivals. I think
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
that's where I think we'll really stand out. I just love to go around Europe and the US and anywhere really, and just play festivals. I think if we were given a chance, I think we would really entertain the audience, and
I know you were.
I think it would be a bit different. Like expected to come on and there's like 10 or 12 musicians on stage, and if you don't know, it's like, geez, why do they need so many people? And then boom, Jesus, jazz and blues and rock, and it just I think we would really do well. That's what I hope in 5 years for this band is consistent releasing songs. As I said, I don't have trouble writing songs, but I'd really like to be doing festivals. That's what I'd like.
Before you know it, I mean, you're opening the doors already, whether you know it or not. I mean, things are going to hit you hard, and you're going to be really busy, my friend.
I hope you're right. I hope so.
Very busy. Before we get out of here, Diego, let's tell them one more time where they can find your music and everything about you.
Brilliant. Thank you, Al. So once again, we're the Silver Lining Band. You go to silverliningband.com and you can find everything there, our music, our video clips, our merch, everything. On social media, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, it's silverlining_band. You can find us there as well. We post quite regularly, I would say once every 2 to 3 days. So we're always messing around. Either it's a snippet of a song or us just messing around in the studio or backstage or whatever. So you can catch us there as well. It's fun, part of the community, and just enjoying our music and having fun. That's what we're all about. That's what the band's about. Friends and family coming together and just having fun, writing music, expressing themselves. I really put that's like number 2 on the list after doing our own songs, is letting the musicians express themselves, and that's what we love. Just having a good time. That's what it's all about for us.
Great, great. Then this last question here. What advice can you give these youngsters that want to do what we do?
Music. Oh, the best advice I can give is create the music, release consistently. Get something that works for you, but anything between 1 to 2, 3 months, release consistently and get people on the platform. I'm going to get a bit technical now for some of the viewers maybe, but conversion campaigns, bring people into your music through social media. That's the best. It's never been easier to showcase your music. So
right.
use that to your advantage as much as possible, either through short form content is now what's the best way to do it. Use that to bring people onto your Spotify page or a landing page so they can listen to your music. That's how we've grown so quick. I mean, when we started, we had 0 monthly listeners, obviously. I mean, and then it grew to like 4, which is thus the band members, and then and now we're at like almost 5,000 monthly listeners on Spotify and about something like 20 something thousand on YouTube, and that's all been through conversion campaigns and just getting the word out there and all that. I think that's the best bang for your buck. So write music, release consistently, and use conversion campaigns. There's tons of people that can explain it better than I can. But
great advice, my friend. Great advice, Diego. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, my friend, for coming on the No Cover T podcast.
I really like to appreciate and thank you to you, Al, for having us on. And whenever you want us, we'll be back. It was great talking to you. Loved the interview, by the way. It was very cool. Very well organized, everything. Well done to you. And I will be following now your channel as well and listening to other people, because it was a very fun interview. Great job, Al. Really appreciate
it. I want you back in 6 months in a year, and it gets a little tougher and rougher on the second interview. Not just So anyway, all right, everybody on No Cover TV Podcast Land, we thank you from the bottom of our heart for checking out these great artists and checking out their story and their music. Support them, all right? Get out and listen to some great music. Get your face out of that damn TV, all right? Put the stereo on. All right, it's your show, my friend. Who you want to say hi to or hey to? Anybody out there?
Well, but just to everyone, all your viewers, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the interview. I hope you enjoy our music, and if you haven't, give it a listen. Go with an open heart. See if you like it. It's about fun. It's friends, family.
That's
All
right.
that I explain, and just enjoying yourself and living in the moment, enjoying yourself. That's the way I think. Yeah.
All right, Diego, thank you so much, my friend. We're going to get out of here. See you next time, people, which is Tuesday. You have a good one.
Great.
Peace.